Hello and welcome to another episode of Season 2 from Aussie Ciggie Review, and today we've had a request on our last video to do a Marlboro Gold review. So today we're going to do that. This is the Gold Plus Firmer Feel Filter, and yeah, just going to see how that goes and see how we go.
This is the first gold review we've done,
Yeah,
isn't
this is
it?
the first gold review we've actually done and sort of the first gold cigarettes we've actually smoked. So actually, I remember he used to smoke Bond Street Gold. He had a few Bond Street Gold cigarettes when he first started. So this is sort of, yeah, the first gold cigarette we've done. So Marlboro Red,
Marlboro Gold.
Marlboro Gold. You know, so there's some of the better gold rated cigarettes you can get. So
They were a bit shaky.
it's only because you're whacking it with your hand.
Piss
All right.
off.
Yeah. So we're just filming outside at James's place today because it's a beautiful day, and we thought, why not? Bit of a change for scenery, so let's get into it.
Instead of seeing the inside of the ashtray of my car.
Yeah, and the smell in that car is unbelievable. So before I light up, it's quite a nice sweet smell, especially in the box. You get sort of that sort of distinctive Marlboro smell in there. So you want to give that a
Yeah, Marlboro just has a nice sweet smell.
nice sweet smell to them. So we got that. So that's always like a nice sign. For a gold cigarette, the tobacco is actually quite dark, so that's sort of another indicator to the quality of them. We have packed these ones down, so there is a little bit of a gap between the tobacco and the paper there. So these do have perforations, these ones, and just your standard cork style filter.
Just the one row of perforations.
Yeah, just the one row.
But they're quite big.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting because the Marlboro Reds, they have 2 rows of perforations, but they're not quite as distinct as these ones. So,
They're really small
yeah,
perforations.
so, and the code, as always, depending on which batch you get, is A002. So, without further ado, I'm going to spark up.
Wait, so what's Marlboro Blues? They're like A003, aren't they?
Yeah, because Red's A001.
Which is odd, they wouldn't have gone sequentially.
Yeah, so I just got the blaster paper off there from the pack bit that was packed down. Anyway, let's sort of get into it, see what I think. Now they are very smooth cigarette, these, compared to sort of the cheaper brands, gold rated that is. I do notice when I do take a draw on it, there's a lot of airflow coming through these perforations, which obviously tones it down a little bit. It's a nice consistent burn, I find. Like in the paper, it's pretty pronounced on the ash there. And it is a bit windy out here today, but even that's not so much affecting the burn so far. Well, it might be on yours, but on mine it isn't. So
And yeah, what I've noticed so far is, for gold, they still have a pretty good amount of body to them.
and they have a decent hit on them. Like I just took a good drag, then I really did feel it sort of in the back of my throat. Like I only really smoke now when we're filming and when we're down fishing or when we're having a few drinks up at the pub.
A few.
Many. But that's sort of the only times I smoke now. So definitely for me, I can really feel that sort of kick a lot more than I would have before that. So and even for him coming down off Reds to these just for this review, what do you think in comparison?
Yeah, I'd rate them. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Wonder what a death drag on this is going to be like.
Only one way to find out. Here we go. Yeah, Ash is drooping like something else, mate. Nothing at all. So
Although the tar stains have really
yeah, and for golds, like
come out on that.
the tar, even on the filter, the tar stains are quite
Pronounced.
yeah, and which is quite interesting because even on some of the blue cigarettes we've done, like they're not that big, but on these you do get quite a stain on the filter, which is pretty interesting. And just observe,
You mean on the paper?
yeah, the paper and the filter, and just sort of
pretty lovely.
just observing before when you're sort of charging it before they if you do smoke these quickly, they do tend to pencil a bit. So I think these are the kind of smoke that you're going to have just when you're relaxing, having a few beers when you're not charging them too quickly. But if you're like him and you like to smoke your smokes quickly, it might
I don't always like to smoke them quickly.
Oh yeah, but might not be the smoke for you. Now another thing with the burn that I've noticed, they are quite. It is quite black compared to other ones. It sort of sticks together quite a bit. Now these are mainly leaf tobacco, being Marlboro being a decent brand, and there's nothing bad about that at all. The ash sort of sticks nicely, and when you do go to ash it, it just comes off quite evenly and everything. So yeah, you can't really just show them that. See what I'll put the camera so they can see what I mean.
Yeah, righto.
I'm going to go ahead and do a body test because I forgot to do one last episode. What did we do last episode? The Stevie Blues, was it?
Yeah, Stivo Blues.
Yeah, so yeah, obviously you would have seen that before. So I forgot to do a body drag with those, so I'm going to do one now. See how much it heats up in my mouth. See if I can feel any of that heat coming out of this. And
well, might I just add, when I did my death drag on this, it was getting quite hot.
Yeah, well that's understandable because he does his 10-second death drag. So yeah, anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a body test and see how that goes. I'm going to cover up the perforations as well, so I get a nice sort of heavy, thick drag of it. So obviously that wind's affecting it a bit, but from that I did get a bit of numbing on the tongue, sort of little pins and needles. And from that I can taste sort of like a cigar kind of taste from the tobacco there. So it reminds me of a Connecticut sort of cigar. So that's a nice light golden wrapper on the inside, and the filler, it's obviously not too strong. But no, this reminds me a lot of Marlboro cigarettes tend to remind me of cigars, sort of like
nice and smooth.
Yeah, nice and smooth, and especially the Marlboro Reds. They remind me a lot of sort of what's the name of it? I've forgotten now. Sort of a Maduro kind of cigar, so the deep, dark kind of black. But yeah, and I did notice that kind of tended to heat up a bit. The tobacco is sort of undermining the paper there a bit, so obviously if you're doing a lot of talking, you might just want to keep an eye on that so it doesn't completely ruin it. And the tar stains, as James said before, they are quite pronounced on there, which for being a gold, that's just quite interesting, I thought.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, so overall the body's not too bad considering they're golds. Obviously that we would have been able to see that better in his car,
in the gilded ashtray,
aka the gilded ashtray, or Fiona as we like to call it, because it's a bright green Toyota Prado that likes to get down and dirty in the mud. So if you get that Shrek reference there, good on ya.
Or hence when we bogged it in a dam.
Yeah, James drove it into a dam once, and I was like, James, don't go into the dam, you're going to slip, and before you know it, like that. So I had to get our mate to tell us out, which was pretty funny. But you learn from your mistakes, don't you, mate?
Unfortunately.
And now, while I'm finishing this, do you want to give him a quick rundown on the story behind this hat?
Well, let's say, let's quickly paraphrase it. Borderline blackout drunk at the pub, watching.
That was such a good night.
Yeah, watching me mate's band. Yeah, found this hat on the ground, I think. I actually don't know the specific origins of this hat.
We think he might have swiped it off someone's head, so...
I have no idea, but I woke up and, yes,
I was like, James, where did you get that hat from? And numerous street signs also ended up in our house that night.
And he also clobbered me in the face with a street sign, so I had a cut lip.
That's things that...
Our
happen when we're drunk, which is never a good thing. Anyway, so I'm sort of heading to the end of this one. So you can smoke the Marlboros right down to the filter. As you'll notice, there's a thicker white paper here than the actual sort of cigarette paper to start with. So that's just to let you know you're getting towards the end of your cigarette here.
Danger, danger, danger.
Danger, danger. Yep, that's it. So all up. They're not a bad smoke for a gold, are they?
Nah, I'd smoke them.
Yeah, well, you would, because smoke's a smoke. Isn't that right, mate?
No, not really.
Oh, depends. Anyway, guys...
Like, if I was to smoke any gold cigarette, it'd probably be Marlboros.
Or a Dunhill Gold.
I've never had a Dunhill Gold.
Well, we're going to have to do that as well, aren't we? Oh, that smells so rank.
Yeah, I shouldn't have smoked my pipe in my car.
Yeah, no. Anyway, guys, that's sort of the end of the video now. So if you'd like to leave a comment below, what's your favourite gold? If you do smoke golds, if you would, what would you smoke? And
let us know what you want us to review.
yeah, so yeah, as always, spark up for us wherever you guys are in the world. Let us know your comments. We really enjoy reading through all of those, and yeah, it's good. So, yep. Anyway, guys, hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are around this globe, and we'll catch you in our next review. See yous. Hit the button.